Showtime, fellas. What you gentlemen doing this evening?
What's happening?
Man, pretty good. It was 25 degrees today, and I got to tell you, it actually almost felt like spring compared to like the last 3 days.
Oh, that's brutal, man. Here in West Virginia.
Uh,
Maybe, I'm just used to these cold Ohio winters. They're not even phasing me, dog.
well, see,
I
that's the
enjoy
thing.
it.
I feel like when you live in the South, you kind of get used to the weather, and then you kind of feel different seasons. But like when you live up north, and there's such a stark difference between the extreme cold of winter and the extreme heat of summer. I mean, I feel like you could live up here for like, I don't know, 45 years and still never be used to the cold crap.
I don't think I'm gonna know.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves for everybody watching. TK, why don't you start us off?
What's happening? I'm TK from America's favorite country boy, West Virginia, 40 years old. Here to school you on the game of love.
That's what's up, TK. Johnny Dumbbell, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm JC, aka Johnny Dumbbell. Bill, there is an echo that I'm hearing.
Oh man, he got a horrible echo, bro.
All right, let me turn this down some.
He sounds like he's in a megaphone and it's an echo.
I'm like distracting myself.
You got an echo from me.
Just JC.
Yeah, because when Bill talks, there's no echo, but when TK or I talk, there's echo.
Well, I mean, I don't want to do a poor quality show, fellas. All right. Well, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is William. Let me welcome everybody to my channel. It's called William the Conqueror, where I can show you how to conquer the hearts and minds of women the world over. But only if you can first conquer yourself. What are we talking about? We're talking about standards and principles and being led by those. Now, gentlemen, we do this. We get together and we break down these profiles because we're trying to show you guys that the things that these women are saying publicly, that's not what they respond to in our experience. So we're going to show you the subtleties and nuances to online dating, and we're going to break down some of these profiles and look for a winner for me. I'm always on the lookout for good women. So take it from me. I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm looking for, some of the things that I like, and you can incorporate those standards into your own vetting process and the things that you're looking for when you're trying to find a solid woman. Now, I got the fellas here backing me up tonight. I got TK and Johnny Dumbbell, and they're both really good at this. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why do we do this? Well, I have extensive experience with women, so I know firsthand, most of you fellas, you guys don't even know what you're up against. And I know that you've been conditioned to believe a certain thing about women, so the fellas and I are here to try to get you to open your eyes. And we welcome any comments, any calls. We got a Skype number we'll get up and running here shortly, but what we're going to do is get into these Bumble dating profiles, Johnny.
Yeah, let's get it going.
All right. Just a second here. All right, I think TK will be back in a second. And, sometimes when the weather's bad, he has a little bit of connection issues being, so remote and west by God. But we love any input he has on the panel. And, TK, shout out to TK. So hopefully he pops back in here tonight. So, Johnny, right here, we got Cindy Sue, and she's 45. About Cindy Sue, it says, no kids, never married, blessed with the best of family and friends. just searching for the final piece of my life's puzzle. Looking for that funny, honest, down to earth man that can make me feel special. Johnny, she wants to feel special.
I gotta tell you, I missed the last part because I fell asleep. I mean, listen, she's probably a really cool girl. I mean, but I'm just saying that bio doesn't really tell me a whole lot that nobody else can say. For me, you have to jump out. Gotta be something that's my the woman I'm dating, if she was a typical run-of-the-mill bio like that type, probably wouldn't be dating.
Well, Johnny, I gotta say, there's a few things that draw my attention. No kids, never married.
How old is she?
Yeah, she's 45.
So you're telling me
now I know, Johnny.
She's 45.
You're seeing that
childless and unmarried. And you're not afraid of those things being there at the same time?
So you're thinking the fact that she doesn't have any kids and she's not married is a bit of a red flag.
Let me tell you about this car. Let me tell you about this car I rented. All right. You get the idea.
Tell me all about it.
No, I mean, look, I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. And look, if you ask any of my exes, they'll tell you I am. But when you see somebody who's attractive as she is, single at the age, with a bio that honestly to me is full of vagary, and these great qualifications that she adds to it, you got to think to yourself, how are you single? Is it by choice? Or is it by restraining order? Just say it.
Christina popped in. Nice to see you tonight,
hey,
Christina.
What's up?
All right, Johnny, here's what I'm thinking. Now, I see that she says she's looking for a honest, and remember, we always tell young men to be open and honest with women. We don't advocate lying to women at all on this channel. It says
even if you're just trying to hook up, if you're honest with women, I think you would be so surprised to find out how many of them will probably think about it.
Take you up on that offer, yeah.
Yep.
It says she wants a man that can make her feel special. And I think what she's saying here is that often, look, a lot of guys, they try to sleep with women. Like they try to go after what's between their legs. When she wants someone to make her feel special. So she's looking for something a little different. I'm getting a little bit of lover girl vibes here. That she wants to be romanced. That she wants.
I'll tell you what. I'll make that a topic of conversation when and if I meet her.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else she got on this profile, Johnny. It says she drinks frequently, so I'm confident I can get her to meet me for a drink. And look, see, I don't know, though. Johnny, I got to tell you, look, I like that she says she has family roots in West Virginia, but do you see that bottle of Tito's? That bottle of Tito's is so big that it has a handle.
Well, I mean, I just bought a half a gallon of Four Roses tonight, so.
Johnny, I don't like messy women, and when I see women that are that have the potential, because I don't know this woman, so I'm not calling her a sloppy drunk, but I'm saying that I don't like messy bitches, dog. So this is kind of a bit of a red flag to me. I do like women that drink, and I'm not trying to contradict myself here, but there is a huge difference between meeting a woman for a drink, enjoying a drink or two with her, and then versus going out with a woman who can't control her drinking, and it just increases and she gets worse, and I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah, so, that's a really quick way for the night to turn south.
Right, her over drinking or her not being able to temper her drinking, that could be a problem for me.
Hey, so I'm getting some feedback from YouTube. There's some echo and there's a little bit of static.
You want to jump out and jump back in, Johnny?
Yeah, let me see what's going on here.
I am getting some static from your mic.
We're men. We're used to getting static.
Speak for yourself, Johnny. I don't get any static.
Societally.
Yeah, and then Christina says, then you babysit. And that's my problem. I'm not looking for women that I need to babysit. I like responsible women. All right, let me slide off of that real quick. I don't need everybody looking at my DMs there. I'm sure the fellas will be back in just a minute. But absolutely, Christina, what I'm saying is when you go out with a woman and you're on a date, there is a certain expectation that you're responsible for that woman's safety. Like, if I pick a woman up and we're going out, it's my job to get her back to her people in one piece. So if she's being a sloppy drunk, that's not something I'm trying to... I don't want to encourage that. Like, she's got to know her limits. So... All right, Johnny, let's keep going here. She's got family roots in West Virginia, and shout out to West Virginia. So let's see what else we got. She gets way too excited about road trips. Okay, that could be exciting to me, depending on how excited she gets about road trips. Pro and con of dating me. I have the biggest heart. I also have a Beth Dutton switch when provoked. Now, Johnny, do you know who Beth Dutton is? Hey, it's like Christina was reading my mind. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you know what? Let me move on because we're not talking about that right now. But there are ways to facilitate that if that's what you're into, if that's what you're trying to do. You got to make it as easy on the woman as possible. Because you remember, gentlemen, women like to make you happy when you're that guy. They'll do stuff for you. But, okay, Johnny... What I'm seeing here is she's saying she has a Beth Dutton switch. Now, Beth Dutton is a fictional character from the Yellowstone show. And, well, it's a great character and a lot of women like her. I don't think I'm trying to date a woman that's like Beth Dutton. That's not really what I'm looking for. I think this might be a little bit of a cop-out for her behavior. All right. You know what? Overall, I got to tell you, I'm not really feeling this one. We're going to go ahead and pass on this. All right, next up, I got Christina here. Hey, TK says you think you know her. My bad, TK. I should have got to that comment earlier. I would have asked you for your thoughts on that. Hey, TK, you want me to open up the Skype line for you, homie? Feel free to call in. We would love your input. Just a minute here. I hope Johnny gets his mic fixed. Not, it might be a solo mission for me tonight, gentlemen. Just a second. All right, TK, you should be able to call in now if you want. And, Johnny, there you are. Hey, Christina, I think, you and I have been talking about this for a while, about doing a show where we're just kind of talking about flirting. Well, flirting with intentions. And we could talk more about on that. I think that'd be a great question to answer. And I'm sure you have a unique take on it too. So let's save that for the little show that you and I are planning on doing. We'll definitely get into that some more. All right, Johnny, can you hear me? All right, we're going to let Johnny work on his audio. I'm going to break down this profile here. Next up, we got Christina. She's 43. No bio. She drinks frequently. Quickest way to my heart is giving me time. Now, I got to tell you, when women really like you, that's what they want. They want your time. They don't expect you to buy stuff for them. They don't expect you to pay bills. They do expect you to spend some quality time with them. And quality time can be a little bit different for every woman because, hey, women are very multifaceted, but they're all very unique. So it really depends on her. When it comes to me and giving a woman my time, what I like to do is get her to accompany me on the things that I'm trying to do. And if she says no, if she's not down, that's cool. I was going to go do that anyway. I was going to go have a drink there anyway. I was going to go on, wherever I was planning. And it's more like her accompanying me. And when women are really into you, they will go anywhere with you. I'm talking about running errands. I've had women that want to go to the dollar store with me, to the post office. Please take me with you. Can I just spend some time with you? And, we make it exciting and fun because women really need to enjoy themselves when they're around you. You should be a release of tension for them. And me personally, there was something like the first profile said, I can't remember exactly how she put it, but the point that I'm trying to get at is women like to be made feel special, and you have to do when you know how to do an excellent job at that, you can get very good results with them. Giving me time. Let's see what else we got here. After work, you can find me at home. Win me over by making me laugh. We get that a lot. Women like to laugh. What I don't like about the profile is there's like less than 10 words in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on this one. She's not really my type anyway. Now, when I say she's not my type, let me elaborate on that a little bit. Because we all have a type that we're physically attracted to. However, sometimes women that you're not initially attracted to are attracted to you. And you really need to look at their behaviors and go off of that. And I don't like it when guys go off of looks, because what ends up happening more often than not is that men make exceptions for the women's behaviors based off of their looks. That's why I never use the scale of like, oh, she's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10. No, she's either rocking with me or she's not. She's either on my program doing the things I want to do, or she's not. And if she's not, then I'm not really interested in what she's got going on. I'm not trying to waste my time. I don't want to waste her time. Let's see if we get Johnny back in here. Johnny, how's it going? No luck, huh? Well, I gotta tell you, Johnny, with TK having the problems and you having the problems, if we can get the audio right, we can scrub the show and come back Monday night. All right, well, let me know what you want to do. I'm going to keep breaking this down. Next up, we got Miranda. She's 43. Says she's a cake decorator at Walmart. Now, I shouldn't be too hard on her because she does have a job, but it's a standard that I have. I don't like to mess with broke women. Like, if she's unemployed, if she has no way to support herself, then she's not really on my level. You know, I need a woman that can be self-sufficient, and I'm not saying this one isn't, but when I see that she's employed at Walmart, that gives me a little bit of concern. All right, about Miranda here. I never know what to write in these things. I have 2 grown kids. One still lives with me. I have way too many pets. You know what? There's just too much. Ask if you want to know what kinds. I'm sick of the games and lying. I would rather you tell me the truth and it hurt now than never be able to trust you again. Now, I can relate to that. Like I said, we don't advocate lying to women. A lot of guys don't understand. Women don't like to be made the fool. Okay, and sure, it is about when you're lying to them and cheating on them. Sure, you're violating their trust, but it's twice as bad when you make them look like an idiot for trusting you. So, like I said, we advocate being very open and honest with the women that you deal with in your life. She's 4'10", actually like a little short women. And let me tell you why. I like to pick women up and put them on things. You know, so like if we're out on a date, if we're doing something, I may pick her up and put her on the trunk of the car. I may pick her up and put her on a counter or a table. And, you know, it's situational. You never know. What's up, Johnny?
Yeah, I guess this mic doesn't work anymore.
You know what? It's all right. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Anyway, I'm still hearing an echo.
You still got an echo? Because you sound a lot better. I don't hear any of that crackling, any of the feedback. All right, well, maybe there's some delay. I'm not sure.
Going on.
All right, let me run this one back, Johnny. This is Miranda, 43, who's a cake decorator at Walmart. I never know what to write in these things. She has 2 grown kids.
You know it sounds like I read that when I used to do online dating.
I have 2 grown kids. One still lives with me. I have way too many pets. Ask if you want to know what kinds. I'm sick of the games and lying. I would rather you tell me the truth and it hurt now than never be able to trust you again. And I got to give her a little shout out for that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say there's still a yellow flag involved because it sounds like there's still some fresh pain there that might end up being complication getting to that point.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Not a red flag, but yellow.
No, well, look, when women have a lot of trauma in their past relationships, it's obvious in how they move. And it's apparent in things like this. When they don't trust men. And look, Johnny, this is what I hate about these males. I don't even want to call them men. Let's call them males because they're moving off of their libido and they're not moving off of principles and standards. But they give us men who do have standards for our life a bad name with women like this because they think that they lump all of us in together because they think that just because we're born a male, you know, that we're all men. And no, we're really not. It's our principles, our standards, the things that we stand on, the things that we believe in that separate us from the males who do stuff like this, like a lot of women and cheat on them.
Yeah, I mean, males are created and men are made.
Well, in the context of this profile here and this, you know, potentially having a drink with this woman, the stuff that she's been through, I'm not sure if I want to deal with that kind of emotional baggage.
Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, though, and I guess I'm talking more to guys our age, not so much to young men, but young men, make a note of this. The older you get, the more likely there is going to be baggage with anybody that you get together with. Now, it is absolutely 150% acceptable for you to set a standard for how much you're willing to deal with. But just know that that's going to make those choices a little bit rarer as you get older. That is why when you're in your 40s, maybe go for girls in late 20s, early 30s. That's about the time when that's going to probably end up working out that way anyhow.
Hey, Johnny, Deb wants to know what you're drinking tonight.
Tonight I'm drinking Four Roses. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, they're not paying me to say this. It's really, really good whiskey. So we're talking middle of the table. It's somewhere right around the same value as Jack Daniel or Jim Beam. But I gotta tell you, it should be up there with Bullet. It should be up there with Dad's Hat. It's the best mid-range whiskey money to buy. Best bet the whiskey you can get for $25.
Not bad. You know what? I picked up some. I've been drinking blackberry whiskey lately, and
I've not tried that.
I like the blackberry Crown, but I also like this blackberry Bird Dog whiskey.
Isn't that French whiskey that they pronounce liqueur or whatever?
No, it's something different. I got some of this tonight.
That's okay, Levo. What's that?
I got some cognac tonight.
Oh, nice. All right.
All right, back to the profile. Like I said, there's some baggage here. And this isn't surprising. I come across this all the time. And what ends up happening is the bar is so low that I'm able to set it and raise it to a new height like that woman has never seen before. So,
but here's what I'm going to go ahead and interject here, though, because that's assuming that she's being forthcoming about this suffering of hers. Remember how much of that could be capped, and let's face it, when you're dealing with the modern lady, a lot of that's probably going to be capped. So remember, there's two sides to every story. You are only going to get one. You're never going to meet the sex she talks about. You're never going to meet these people in her past that were definitely always the villain, not her. So understand that there's three sides of the story: hers, his, and somewhere in between. And at the best, you're going to get a decent version of one of them.
All right. Well, Johnny, she may have some trust issues, and that may weed her out in the very beginning. Because you got to understand, she's going to come over to the crib, and she's going to see stuff like the Lost and Found box. Shout out to Steve the D. Williams, manmindset.com. No, the Lost and Found box needs to be right by the door when they come in, so these women know that they're not the only woman I'm dealing with. Okay, because look, sometimes women leave things at your crib, Johnny. Sometimes they do it on purpose, trying to mark their territory.
Oh, dude, they absolutely do it on purpose.
You got to shut that shit down. And then sometimes it's by accident, though. Like you're knocking them off, you're giving it to them so good that like an earring comes out and they're not in their right mind at the time that they're leaving. So it doesn't matter what it is or why it was left. Everything goes into the Lost and Found box. It's a clear box.
No joke.
It says Lost and Found on it.
About 7 years ago. All right, look, I'm not going to bullshit. I was seeing like three girls at the same time. And one morning I woke up and there was one hoop earring in my bed. And I shit you not, I had no idea who it belonged to. So I'm like, I'm not fucking asking any of them who it is. I mean, did you use an earring? No. So I'm like, okay, well, whoever's missing it is going to come and be like, hey, I think I left my earring in your place. Oh, cool, here it is. Yeah, of course it was you. I remember you. Anyway. By the way, never tell them they're the only ones that they're not. I've heard. So, I mean, I'm thinking like one of them's going to come to me and say, hey, I'm missing an earring. Not one of them says a thing. I'm pretty sure I still have the earring.
Well, Johnny, if you would have had a Lost and Found box and all the women that were coming over would have looked at it and said, oh, hey, is that my earring? Yeah,
There was a
Yeah,
shelf in my closet, but it wasn't, conspicuous. I didn't think of it that way.
So it's real important the way you set up your crib, especially when you're having women over. Like everything from we're not going to get into that right now, but
No. That would take a while. That's an advanced class for a lot of these guys anyway.
It's essential to have your crib set up the right way when you're having a woman over.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Johnny. Win me over by making me laugh. So this one will listen to your dad jokes.
I'm a ninja. You're lucky I'm taking.
All right, I get way too excited about talking about animals, mostly reptiles. Oh no, Johnny, I'm not really feeling this one.
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, I think she's got the right idea, making sure we see a good glimpse of her face. But there's like 6 glimpses of her face. So two things here. First of all, why are you not smiling in any of them? Second of all, I mean, can we at least get something that gives us an idea of how you're built? I'm sorry. I know a lot of girls don't like to say this. That does matter to us.
Oh, absolutely, because men are attracted to what they see, physically, where it's a little bit different with women. They're like attracted to what they feel and what they see to some extent. Because Johnny, I can't even tell you the amount of women I come across that take one look at me and think to themselves, need that. So
oh sure,
there is a little bit of physical attraction, but man, where I really shine is when I start having conversations with them. So
oh definitely. I mean, and the thing of it is this is why I tell these young men gauge your interest level, because you can sit there and tell me, well, I'm just not that good looking. Dude, I don't care. I don't have that much money. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. The point of the matter is that if you can make her do things that she can't really control herself from doing, that's what's going to make her realize. If you can make her lose that little bit of self-control in as many different aspects as possible, you're going to have a much better chance. For example, she can try her ass off not to laugh, but if you make her laugh, she's going to laugh. So she's going to look at that as, oh my God, I even tried not to laugh. This guy's got me laugh. And that's just on a very preliminary, superficial level. Wait till you peel that onion layer back. Remember, women don't want a cross section. They want to go through the layers. Yeah. You should do the same.
All right, Johnny. Next up tonight, we got Gabrielle. She's 28.
Right.
I gotta say, Johnny, I like women with tattoos.
I gotta say, I need glasses. I can't see.
I can try to blow the screen up. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's all. For all I know, it's one of the handsome.
Oh, that's gonna mess it up for us.
Okay. Little petite for my taste, but not bad.
Well, I like petite women.
Oh, I mean, I do too,
but
it's
just two of us. That made it a little bit bigger.
It was.
All right, Gabrielle, 28. Drinks frequently. Okay.
Pull up.
My morning routine looks like a mess. I challenge myself.
So, in other words, she's not overly structured. Or maybe not structured at all. We got to figure that out.
I don't like that. I'm not interested in women that describe themselves as a mess in any way. Like, I need an on-point woman, Johnny. I need her to have her stuff together. I don't do messy.
Well, I mean, and that's just it. I don't mind about messy, but the thing of it is that I don't want that whole flighty thing. I don't want the whole flying by the seat of your pants kind of thing. That's not okay. I mean, I want to be able to plan things out. And by planning things out, I don't mean 2 weeks, a week in advance. I mean, dude, can we at least like make plans for 24 hours from now? Can we do? I mean, I can do 12. Well, let's not fly by the seat of our pants.
Well, again, we see so many of these profiles, Johnny, where the women are somewhat attractive, but they don't put anything into their profile.
Yeah, she actually said something.
All right, what did she say to catch your mind? Let's run this back.
Let me say it again.
My morning routine looks like a mess. I challenge myself to go to the gym more. And then
I'm always for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody should be. Go to the gym more. I mean, look, let's say she never goes to the gym. What if she has no self-discipline, and that's why her morning routine is a mess, and she knows she needs to go to the gym, she's just not going. When I unplug, I like to chill with my dog and a book. Now, I do like women that read, but I kind of feel like her saying she likes to get a book isn't going to be enough to sway me to click on this profile.
No, but it's a shame too because if she were something to fit my profile, if she were something that I was interested in, I mean, the perfect first date would be a coffee shop that's attached to a bookstore.
You know, I like that. But here's the
thing. She doesn't make me want to ask her to do that.
Here's the thing, though. Women can write that they like to read books all the time, but I actually read books, and I have conversations with women who like to read a lot of books. And you know what they say? They don't ask what I'm reading. They ask who I'm reading. So if there would have been something in her profile about tell me who you're reading, then I probably would have thought it would lead me to believe she's a little more intellectual. Okay, but just saying she sits there with her book and a dog sounds like the company line. So
yeah, I mean that could be anything from Shakespeare to 50 Shades of Grey. Nothing wrong with either one.
See, the problem with blowing it up this big is I can't even swipe to get rid of her. Check out the next profile. I got to make sure there's nothing in it that we can't show here. All right, now we see a lot of stuff like this. Natalie, 25. Attractive woman, right?
Borderline.
No bio. Really no info in the bio. Couple pictures of her that she put on IG.
Well, congratulations on being cute and knowing how to apply rouge.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here that makes me think that I want to go have a drink with her. We're going to pass on her.
She makes them. She does make the spaghetti strap look good, but
Johnny, I meet good-looking women everywhere I go. I need them to have some substance to them, or else they won't be able to add any kind of value to my life.
How many of them would know how to make a grilled cheese at Gaston? I mean, look, I'm spoiled. I'm dating a chef.
Well, Johnny, here's my thing. Here's my thing with women making sandwiches. You should always be giving women instructions. You should always be leading them. So if I want her to make a grilled cheese, I need to show her or instruct her on how to make a grilled cheese for me. In fact, we need to go into the kitchen together.
Unless she's already a chef.
Johnny, she's got to select the right kind of bread. She has to select the right kind of cheese. She can't burn the bread. Okay, so like there's certain things with a grilled cheese.
I like my grilled cheese a little bit burnt.
Okay, yeah, good.
Not much, a little bit of carbon.
Yeah, well, my point is that if I just go tell her to make me a grilled cheese and she brings me back something I don't like or want, then that's my fault because I didn't give her the instructions she needed to bring me back what I wanted. She didn't make it with Swiss cheese. She can't make it with Swiss cheese if I don't tell her to. So,
I like it.
I'm all about leading and giving instructions. Hey, let's see what Heather here has to offer. All right, says she's a surgical registered nurse. You know how I feel about nurses, Johnny.
Yeah, and I think that they're a lot of fun 2 days at a time.
I do have a lot of fun with nurses.
I did date one exception to that. That was it.
All right, let's check out Heather here, Johnny. 39 years old. I told myself I'd never do this again, but here I am. LOL. Looking for someone that doesn't disappoint me mentally or physically. I'm already happy, but would like someone to share my happiness with. What makes you different than all the other sharks out there? Because I'm afraid of sharks. All right, Johnny, I see a few things here I like, honestly.
Yeah, I see a couple of caps.
All right, what do you see this cap, first of all?
Let's go ahead and look at the sheer statistics of number one, what men and women find aesthetically attractive, and what the statistics of the people in this country that don't look that way. I guess the point I'm trying to make is we live in a country where 2 out of every 3 people are at least overweight. And of that percentage, half of them are actually clinically obese. So when somebody is actually none of those things, average weight or below, they've already got an advantage in the dating and sexual marketplace just by not being overweight. Especially when it comes to women, because listen, we probably put a little more emphasis on physical appearance than women do on average. Now, you and me are different breeds, but most men, that's how they do it. So remember, she's taking that into account as she writes this ad, as she posts those photos, knowing that she's already a rarity by not being this overweight.
Okay, well,
from there, she's got leverage to move into different things. But I mean, I think that's kind of. I feel like that's how she decided how to write her bio. It was a basis for her to start from.
So here's my thing. I think I'm kind of her type here because it says she's looking for someone that doesn't disappoint her mentally or physically. Now,
well, sure.
Look, here's the thing. I subscribe to the Johnny Dumbbell YouTube channel, so I have an advantage over most people because I get these excellent at-home workouts that I'm doing multiple times a week. So I know I am not going to physically disappoint this woman. In fact, she is going to be awe at what great shape I am in.
I fucking love you, man.
Now, yeah, shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. So, and disappoint her mentally, Johnny, she's going to be hooked after one conversation with me. She's going to be thirsty for more, and I'm going to be all that's on her mind after that first conversation. So,
so now, with you having said that, I know there's probably a couple of young men watching this right now that are going to wonder, how do you do that?
How do I hook her in? By being my genuine, authentic self?
That makes her chase you.
Okay, so...
Or more to the point, let you follow her until she catches you.
Okay, well, I'm a man of mystery, and I intrigue women. So, something I'm not doing is I'm not going to waste my time doing stuff that a lot of other guys do, like ask boring questions. I don't interview women. I don't even ask that many questions. And we've talked about this before. There are some questions you have to ask. When you first approach a woman that you like, you should ask her if she has anybody in her life that's going to have a problem if you want to give her your number. So that's question number 1 for me. Now, I'm not going to get into question number 2 yet because that's a little too advanced, and I'm trying to put a cap on my ego, John. So, but I can tell you this. I'm alluring and exciting because of how different and unique I am. So, like a lot of guys, when they first get a woman's attention and they start texting her, they do this boring back and forth texting stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
forget
good,
that.
good.
Throw
Good
that
morning,
out the window. Yeah, no, I don't. I do not do that. You could not find a woman that could show you screenshots that I'm texting her "Good morning, beautiful." That stuff don't happen around here. I will show a woman how beautiful she is to me by the level of attention that I'm giving her. But
right, because here's the thing. Women love subtlety because then they get to interpret what it means. It's all part of going through the onion layers. And so remember that just like she's going to judge you by your actions, remember that women are in fact projectors. So because they judge you by your actions, they do that because they assume that you are going to judge her by hers. But a lot of guys are not in tune with that. And a lot of guys love to hear what she has to say and ignore what she does. That's how you get walked on.
absolutely. Now, back to the profile here, Johnny. I like that she says, I'm already happy. And I'd like someone to share my happiness with. Because I don't think as men, it's our job to make women happy. It's her job to make herself happy. It's my job to make her feel special. Yeah, she's saying that she's already happy, and she wants someone to share her happiness with. So I look for women that make themselves happy. I like that.
That sounds like an abundance lifestyle and an abundance mentality, I should say. So what she's saying is she has an overabundance of happiness and she wants to share it. Now, maybe she's manic. Because look, I've known a lot of bipolar girls. Or maybe she really is happy with her life in this direction and is looking for a partner to share with. Now, maybe it's Cap. There's always the possibility of it being Cap. Because guys, it is a dating site. It's like wrestling. It might be fake. I mean, it is fake.
See, Johnny,
but they got to make it look real. But here's the thing. She might be being genuine here. I would say it's worth a conversation.
I think this woman is looking for me because she took the time on here to write what makes you different from what makes you different from all the other sharks out there. And I got to tell you, when you're a man, you don't have to tell anybody what makes you different. You are different in every way that you move. As soon as I start hitting her with audio messages on Bumble, she's going to see how different I am. So,
but here's the thing. If she knows how typical the shark mentality is, how many sharks has she swam with?
See,
and how jaded could she be as a result? Because remember, there is a level of jadedness. I know that's not a word, but there is a level of jadedness that supersedes anything you could actually promise or even if you had every intention of following through. But my thing is this. If you're making her promise for anything physical, emotional, or otherwise happens, I mean, you're already jumping the gun. I say have a text conversation, meet her for a drink or two, see what she's about. But I wouldn't look beyond that.
Well, she drinks socially. She's a little tall for me. She's 5'10", so that means when she's got heels on, she's going to be like as tall as me. It says she's happiest when she's at the beach. And Johnny, I like beach dates. They're a relatively inexpensive way to spend time with women.
I mean, look, man, ever since I've been as chiseled as I am, I love taking my shirt off in the summer in Pittsburgh and seeing the looks I get. So I mean, and the fact of the matter is, she's prettier than me. Because she probably gets like at least 10, probably 100 times the looks that I get. So imagine the 100 times the validation. 100 times the entitlement. I mean, fuck.
If I ran into her
I don't
in
blame
my
her.
day-to-day life, I would probably introduce myself to her. I would step to her and say, "What's going on? My name's William." So and take it from there.
I don't know if that's
because let me tell you something, Johnny. When you go up to a woman, when you approach a woman and you introduce yourself to her, whether she gives you her name or not is going to be a very good indicator of how interested she is in you. If you're like, "Oh, how you doing? My name's William," and she's like, "Oh, hi, William. Nice to meet you," and then you know what I'm saying, keeps it moving and doesn't offer her name, then why would I waste another second? You know?
Bill, I want to paint a picture for you. Let's say I brought you the most beautiful woman from the country of Uzbekistan.
Okay, stop right there. What makes her beautiful?
What do we all know about Uzbekistan? Nothing. And we sure don't know their language. But if I brought her in front of you and she laid eyes on you and she was immediately attracted to you, you would understand that. You would see it. And even though you don't speak your language,
able to hide it.
I mean, I promise you don't. You know how to. You would know how to proceed from there.
Well, Johnny, she wouldn't be able to hide it. And hey, shout out to K Zag. Look, The Return to Manhood is one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and Zag says that women do not hide their sexuality for men they're attracted to. So I would be able to spot that a mile away. But yeah, anywhere in the world, you could drop me anywhere in the world, and I'm gonna be just fine, dog.
And young men, I'm glad Bill just said that because I want you to remember that while a woman is going to have a very tough time hiding her attraction to you, she has a very easy time hiding her lack thereof. She can bat those eyes, she can swing those hips, and if you're that guy that just aims to please, she's got you. Don't be that guy.
Hey, Johnny, well said. All right, let's see what else we got on our profile here.
And by the way, I know that because I have been that guy. I'm a recovering simp.
Says she gets way too excited about when people know my favorite comedy movie quotes.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Don't be mad if I choose my.
All right, in the comments, name the movie.
It will always be a priority. Okay, so she's a mom, and this just this backs up my point about when I say when guys say they don't like to date single moms, and I'm so confused by that because like go to one of my kids' games, man, and tell me that. So, Johnny, I think I'm going to swipe on his profile.
I think it depends on how old the kids are, but listen, I promise you, if they're still in elementary school or younger, you're in for water.
She's from San Diego.
Yeah, where does she live now?
She's a nurse. I don't want to. I mean, it says on there, but I'm not trying to put that.
I mean, if you're looking for a good time, swipe right. But if you're looking for like seriousness, then I go left.
All right, Johnny. Next up, we got Nakaya.
Zoom in.
Clinical research. She says, "Hey, big head. My career path is studying people on drugs, so I know way too much about them. Drugs, I mean. I'm not as versed with people. Solo poly plus partnered. Open to something serious. Let's make out and play Mario Kart."
Swipe right. Immediately swipe right. I heard make out and I heard Mario Kart. Swipe right.
Well, she's poly.
Okay, in all fairness, I was going to say, there's a few things there that I think she's trying to use as a green flag that might backfire on her, and other things that might just be her saying what we want to hear. So I got to tell you. I love the idea of making Mario Kart.
It would definitely backfire on her. And I've had this problem before where I start seeing somebody who's poly and they're partnered, and their partner is just so like likes me even
Listen,
more than the
listen,
first
folks,
woman I met,
listen,
like
if
the
you're not
second woman that
experienced in
she's
this
with.
particular genre of things, this is a different segment of society, and most of us probably wouldn't understand how deep this goes, and what actually happens in these situations. But yeah, Bill, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue. But this is definitely a different, very non-conventional way of doing things.
Well, I mean, I do have some experience here dating women who are in poly relationships.
Right.
So I got to tell you, most of the women that I come across that are in poly relationships are in relationships with another woman. And you'd be surprised. You would think because they're poly and partnered that they'd have a certain level of trust with the person that they're partnered with. But I can't tell you how many times where women will get jealous of the woman they're in this poly relationship with because of the amount of attention that I'm being shown by in the other women in these poly relationships.
Yeah.
It's happened to me twice where I've had to shut it down because all right, let's move on. That's
I get it, man.
really what we're talking about here. We're going to get to that.
But I get it.
All right. She says, if I were president, I'd simply shut this country down for good.
Yeah, they tried that 4 years ago. Didn't work too well. 5 years ago, damn.
I'm a real nerd about science, history, and roller coasters. And her current obsession is Neon Genesis Evangelion. And it's intimacy versus isolation core theme.
Swipe left. I have no idea what any of that means.
Yeah, this just ain't for me, dog.
Yeah, that's a little deeper than I care to go.
We got Melissa, 36. Hey, I enjoy the beach, kayaking, hiking, bonfires, live music, board games, and more.
Well, screw the board games, but everything else sounds fantastic.
Board games, Johnny. Board games. This woman is literally telling these men out here she wants to play games with them.
If she could be my partner in crime on GTA Online, hey man, we might be match made in heaven.
I mean, she's kind of cute. Kayaking, though, hey, we just went over that.
Time the hell out. So a girl who looks like that, who's into playing board games on a weekend night, where she can't be in the club getting validation from guys that she thinks are hot, is what she would rather do right now? Oh my God! It's almost like it's too good to be true. Man, you better swipe right on this one.
Well, hold on. Let's not be hasty here. So
I'm the devil's advocate. That's what I do.
Hey, I love that. That's your role here, Johnny. All right.
I'm in a relationship. I don't have a horse in this race.
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate the perspective you can offer young men. Because, Johnny, I got to tell you, you are what these young men should aspire to be in. You're in a happy, healthy relationship. Most of these guys want to be booed up. They want to be booed up with a solid woman. They want to find a good woman. And that's what we're here for. We're trying to show them how to read between the lines and find themselves a good woman. My lifestyle, the lifestyle that I lead, it's not for everybody. Most of y'all aren't built like me. But when it comes to dating, Johnny is a success story. He's found himself a good woman who, as he said, is a chef and will cook for him. Shout out to her.
Man, I'll tell you what.
But most of these guys out here, that's what they want. They're looking for a good, solid woman. So I think you have a very good perspective that you offer on this panel, and it comes from having a successful relationship. So I always enjoy your input here. All right, let's see if we got some more fluff in this profile.
portion of an episode of when you do find that girl, when you vetted her successfully, when you figured out that she's actually somebody who's worth your time. We're going to talk about how you handle that part, but that's going to be a later episode of this class.
All right, Johnny, let's talk about who she listens to here, because I like that some of these women can link their Spotify. And look, Post Malone, I can get behind Post Malone. All right.
Yeah.
I think it stops there.
By the way, take away Bill's beard. Tell me he doesn't look like Paul Wall.
The people's champ, the trunk popper. Hey, that's my dude. Shout out to Paul Wall.
Bill is one row of gold teeth away from being Paul Wall.
I've been saving, homie. Just wait. All right. So, what are we doing here with this little honey here? I like women that drink. She's kind of like funny there, like her tongue out. You know, I can see her sense of humor. She can like the kayak. I'm not going on any more kayaking dates.
From a strategic standpoint, I would say swipe right. See if the conversation does take place. But I mean, if she doesn't give you any, like if she's doing that 2 and 3 word sentence response things, and I feel like. And I'm only saying that by the way she smiles in the pictures, by the language of seeing the photos. I'm going to say it's 50-50 whether or not you get responses that make fun and make the conversation.
You know what I like, Johnny, is when a woman who doesn't know anything about audio messages, woman who's never gotten any audio messages, I make her feel so comfortable that she starts responding to me with audio voice messages.
Bill, you're starting to make me wet.
I'm gonna swipe right here on Melissa, and we'll see what happens. Maybe her and I'll go have a drink.
I would say she's
you know what? I'll let you know if we do. All right, Johnny. We would do 2 more profiles tonight. We've been on for an hour.
I know the Pens are playing out in Anaheim right now. We're down 1-0, but I'm wearing my throwback jersey tonight. By the way, somebody in the comments give me a hashtag Let's Go Pens.
All right, we got Catherine, 37. Hey there, I'm Kat, your go-to for witty banter, spontaneous adventure, and cozy nights in. Seeking a partner who knows when to laugh and when to listen. If you're up for a life filled with laughter and love, then let's dive in and make some memories.
Dear God.
Oh, man.
Left.
Oh, dude, do we have to read the rest of this profile?
I plan to control the whole conversation. I decide what's funny and what's not. I will determine our sex life and how frequently it happens. And if you fit that mold, congratulations, but you're still going to have to be on your toes. There, I translated it.
Oh, your go-to for witty banter.
Bill, I love you.
Spontaneous adventures and cozy nights in. Seeking a partner who knows when to laugh and when to listen.
She will break your windows if you dump her.
If you're up for a life filled with laughter and love, then let's dive in and make some memories. Johnny, I can't, on good principle.
I love you too much. I never tell you what to do, but I love you too much. Like swipe right.
Johnny, this profile, like, it not only is it boring, like, I'm getting, like, okay. Something I like to do, Johnny.
I'm scared.
Johnny, something I like to do is when I'm out, I like to step to a whole group of women. Like, I know a lot of guys are intimidated by that, but when I see a group of 3, 4, 5 women, I feel like my chances grow exponentially. Okay? But there's always one woman in the group. Johnny, there's always a troll in the group. Okay? A cock-blocking troll that doesn't want her friend.
And listen, she's almost always built like the Danny DeVito penguin from the Batman movie.
Right. And let me tell you something about the cock block control, Johnny.
Seriously, look it up.
She's typically your go-to for witty banter, spontaneous adventure, and cozy nights in.
And the best place for a corn dog.
Man. All right. I'm a real nerd about crime podcast.
We'll throw on that.
I'm known for being very persuasive. Johnny, tell me, break it down for me and all the guys that watch this. How is this woman here known for being very persuasive?
Let's read that bio one more time. I wasn't ready for that question. All right.
No problem. We'll jump back up to the bio.
Yeah, let's see it.
Catherine here, 37. Mm-hmm. Hey there, I'm Kat, your go-to for witty banter, spontaneous adventure, and cozy nights in. Seeking a partner who knows when to laugh and when to listen.
That's right.
If you're up for a life filled with laughter and love, then let's dive in and make some memories.
Yeah. Okay.
Johnny, everything about this bio, first of all, she's seeking a partner. So I don't think I don't think she's looking for a man. Okay, because men and women aren't partners because we're not equal. So we can't be partners.
I'm gonna agree 50% on that. We are partners because a woman can make up for what we lack, and we make up for what she lacks. And when you can find that perfect jigsaw puzzle piece, it works great. But in the modern age of robbery and feminism or whatever it might be, we keep hearing about these independent women. We keep hearing about these ones who don't need a man. Hey, look, that's cool. If you don't need one, great. You won't have it. But
Johnny, you know what Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt. Finish.
No, you're good.
I was going to say, Johnny, do you know what the definition of partner is?
Sure. One who complements where you lack.
A pair of
you
people engaged together in the same activity. A pair of people
with the same goal in mind, which is prosperity. Or should be.
How is it the same activity? I just look. Let's.
Well, no. It's the same end game, same goal.
Well, my responsibilities in the relationship are not the same as her responsibilities in the relationship. So I don't understand how it can be how you're engaged in the same activity because we're not equal.
Well, I feel like she means the same end game.
Well, I'm saying, I'll tell you what she means. That's saying that she wants to be seen as an equal in the relationship, and which means she's not going to be submissive. And I think most men have the wrong definition of what a submissive woman is because it's not sit down and shut up. It's sub meaning under, and mission meaning the plan. It means following the plan. It means following your lead. You have to have as a man, you should have a plan for everything.
And
you
then
shouldn't just be going through the motions.
He's under you. Sorry, I had to say that.
So let's keep going here. I really don't like I don't like this. I'm not trying to be her partner.
It doesn't I wouldn't count it among the highlights of what we've seen.
Her favorite quality in a person is kindness and optimistic.
Yeah, I like kind and optimistic too. And if you told the entire world, I'll bet 99% of us would agree.
Johnny, I'll tell you what, let's do Maisie here tonight, and then we'll finish this up.
Something else I wanted to hear. You know.
All right, we got Maisie, 33, hairstylist. You deserve good things, and I want to be one of them.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too.
Shit, but I like it.
Right.
Let's see the pictures.
I'm a real nerd about my job. I like career-minded women. I get way too excited about all things Titanic. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Johnny.
Yeah.
I just feel like she didn't do enough here. I mean, look, she opened up good.
That right there. Yes. Like, if you really are here to find like your life partner, the person you want to spend your life with, why would you not at least say something that would attract people? Or at least give you the opportunity to weed out who is weak and bring in who is strong and decide who the best is. We're mammals. Who's the alpha? Who's your alpha? Yeah, that's what matters.
Well, Johnny, I liked it at first, but it just went downhill from there.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna pass on Maisie here. That's just not for me.
Pretty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's do one more, and then we'll wrap this up. Haley, 42. No bio. She's 5'3". She's looking for marriage. My dream is to travel to all the national parks and hike the greatest trails in the country and beyond. Okay.
I mean, if our single, I'm gonna say I'm already not doing marriage thing, so it wouldn't matter what you look like.
Well, look, I like that she's outdoors, outdoors type. I like to go hiking. Johnny, I like women who forage for mushrooms. So, going outdoors, we can definitely do that.
Truffles are good.
She says she gets out of bad mood by listening to music, getting outdoors, and calling a friend to talk. Okay. I think that's a lot of women. They really... And women are as unique as the music they listen to, Johnny. In fact, the type of music a woman listens to can tell you a lot about her. So, see what else we got here. What makes a relationship great?
in the 90s, I did not appreciate grunge rock as much as I do now. And maybe it is nostalgia, but one thing that my girlfriend and I share is a love for Pearl Jam.
All right, now.
Seriously, download the album. It will change your life.
What makes a relationship great is each person's commitment to their own growth, where they can show up in a relationship and not have their needs met, but be able to love out of their wholeness.
One more time. Sorry. I want to make sure
Johnny, I'm going to read it one more time for you. What makes a relationship great is each person's commitment to their own growth, where they can show up in a relationship, not to have their needs met, but to be able to love out of their wholeness.
Yeah, I'm going to go and say swipe right.
Swipe right?
Yeah. So when I was married, that was actually all I was looking for. Only there was no way I could have formulated that.
Well,
I would say at least
I don't need a woman to
stand by that.
See, here's my thing. I don't need a woman's validation. I consistently validate myself on a regular basis. So the fact that she's looking for men who don't need validation, I think is a good thing.
Right. And all I'm saying is the depth that I heard in that paragraph. There's a depth there that I think might be worth exploring.
Okay. Hey, you like it, Johnny? Yeah. I got it. I'm swiping on her.
I do. I think.
I like it.
I think.
All right, Johnny. Let's wrap this up, man. We found some profiles tonight, but I can't say that there was one that stood out. We'll try again next week. I guess we're gonna get together Monday night. we're going to talk about red flags. Hey, Johnny,
Yes.
I got a lot to say about red flags.
You and I both, my friend.
Good. I hope everybody watching brings a pen and some paper and takes some notes.
Oh, they don't
And,
do that anymore.
hope-
They have to bring an iPad.
Hey, fuck that. They need to get their crayons out, Johnny. All right. We're wrapping this up. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like the stream. We out. Good night, everybody.